between our close our eyes, start to connect with our breath. Letting go of our afternoon or our day or any thoughts that aren't serving us in a good and healthy way. If you've never been to this class, it's pretty fast flowing, but fun and sweaty. Big breath up, inhale. Exhale, we'll bring our hands back towards the earth. Inhale, sweeping the sky, maybe touching the thumbs. Exhale, hands coming back towards the earth. We've got our feet anchoring down towards Mother Earth while we reach up towards the sun. Letting go of judgment today towards our bodies with our own thoughts and towards others. Releasing any feelings of competition. Let's begin to flow into chair pose now, exhaling and back up into extended mountain, reaching up and then into chair. Flowing through your chair pose and warming up our knees, moving at our own pace and with our breath. Letting go of any expectations on your body today. One more. We'll turn that into a flowing airplane, hinging at our hips, reaching towards the back of the room. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge, making sure there's a little bend in our knees. A few more. If you're comfortable with this, we can move on to our flowing forward fold, hinging at our hips. And then all the way back up. If it feels okay, adding a back bend at the top of your movement. But if you are taking care of your back, make sure to honor it here by not extending the arms or not bending. Holding it down in our forward fold on an exhale. We'll halfway lift and hop, step, or jump back to plank pose. Holding our plank pose. Dropping to our knees if that feels a little bit better today. And pushing up to downward facing dog. Let's pedal our feet. Let's check in with our hamstrings, see how they're feeling as we press equally into both of our hands. And our head can be heavy if that's okay. Inhaling into a full plank again. And exhaling to chaturanga, halfway down or all the way to your belly. Up dog or cobra. And back to downward facing dog. Amazing work. You can hold downward dog or flow through that one more time. Inhale, full or kneeling plank. Hold or move to chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. And back to downward dog. Wonderful. Let's drop our knees down, slide our hands underneath our shoulders, and move through a few rounds of cat and cow, awakening our spine. So if anyone wants to add another layer, you'll lift your knees up off the mat for your cat and cow. Build up a little more heat in your quads and your glutes. Last little cat and cow. Come to a flat neutral back. Reach our right arm forward and our left foot back. Breathe. And switch sides. Holding here for a few breaths. Drawing up some energy. Wonderful. Exhale to all fours. We'll take a big breath in. And exhale, push up to downward facing dog. Hop, step, or jump up between the hands to halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Sweep to sky, breathe in. Exhale to chair pose. Back up. Exhale to our mountain. Now let's move into some sun salutations. Make yourself comfortable. Big breath. Dive and fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, hop, step, or jump. Back to chaturanga or plank. Hold or flow into up dog or cobra. And meeting back in downward facing dog. Gazing up between our hands, bringing the right foot up between the hands, finding a lunge, breathing in, sweeping up. And exhaling back to plank or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, or hold your plank, and then you'll meet back in downward dog. Our left foot bringing that one up between the hands. One lunge, breathe in. And one down dog. Chaturanga or plank. Hold or flow into your up dog. And then downward facing dog. Looking between the hands, jumping up between them or walking. Halfway lift. Fold, breathe out. Chair pose, breathe in. Exhale, standing to mountain. Let's do it again. Inhale, rise up, reach up, and dive and fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, jump or step back. Hold or flow. So up dog, back to down dog. Left foot between the hands, one lunge. We have one breath in and one breath out to chaturanga or plank. Breathe in into up dog. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Right foot between the hands, one lunge takes us up, strong core, reach up. Breathe out, back to down dog or chaturanga. We can hold or flow. Do what feels best for you in this moment. Breathe, exhale to down dog. Looking between the hands, we'll hop, step, or jump up between them. Breathe in, halfway lift. Fold, exhale, inhale, chair. Exhale, standing up into mountain. We'll do one more, or just do some burpees. Big breath up. Dive and fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Hop, step, or jump back to chaturanga or plank. Hold or flow. Shine the chest forward. Downward facing dog. Right foot between the hands, one lunge. If it feels okay, close your eyes. Back to down, back to plank or chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Downward dog. Left foot between the hands, one lunge. Back to chaturanga or plank. Up dog or cobra. Downward dog, you're almost there. Hop, step, or jump up between the hands. Halfway lift, great work. Fold again. Chair, breathe in. Breathe out into mountain. Great work. Even ended on a song. It's like I'm teaching Les Mills again. Okay, let's move into some mid-back strengtheners. That's this whole week. We're doing back over the whole month. This week is mid-back. Right foot to the top of the mat. And we'll take our left foot back into a high lunge. So we sink down, breathe. And if it feels good for you, you can stay here, close your eyes, or go into a runner's lunge. Hands frame that foot. Our back quad is still strongly hugging our kneecap. Or you've got a block. It's your best friend in this class. Up at the top of your mat, or two blocks. That block now can come to the inside or outside of your foot for your right hand. As your left heel goes down onto the mat and we open our left arm up into side angle, or we can stay. If it feels too intense, bring the elbow onto your knee, or you can take the block out and your left hand can reach up towards me instead of the sky if that feels good. Honor your body. Staying here in this moment. Rising up into reverse warrior. Right arm up, we sink down. So you don't have to bend back if you don't want to. You can reach just straight up. And for today, our left hand is going to come and grab our right hand. We'll create some space in our wrist. And if you want to, you add that little pull as we sink into those strong quads. Amazing. Opening up our arms like wings, straightening your right leg, reaching your left, right, holy macaroni. Down into triangle. Breathe. Hold ourselves here with the strength of our core. a soft bend in our front knee, feeling that stretch on the back of the leg. We'll look down at our front foot as we frame it with our hands, lifting our back heel, bending our front knee, stepping back to plank pose. So we can hang out here in your plank pose or move into a side plank. We'll lift our right hand up first. Roll onto the inside and the outside of your feet, or stack your right foot on top of your left. We can stay inside plank or move into wild thing. So that top leg, your right leg goes back behind you. We open up and reach towards me if that feels okay. Amazing job. Back to plank. Downward facing dog, exhale. Looking up between the hands, our left foot coming up between the hands. We're in our runner's lunge here. So we drop down, stretching our hip flexor. You might want your block. Now that you know what's coming. And then that right foot will go down onto the mat. And we find ourselves in our side angle. Your block can be on the inside or the outside of your foot. Wherever you are, making sure you can breathe in this pose. Honoring the breath, always. Wonderful. We're rising up to reverse warrior. Let's reach that left arm up towards the sky whilst we continue to bend the left knee. And if you want to, you add that little wrist extension and reach back or straight up. Pressing firmly into both of our feet, softening our jaws. Wonderful. Straightening out our backs, opening up our arms like wings. Our left leg or knee, straightening, left arm going forward slightly, and we hinge down into your triangle pose. So if you're taking care of your top shoulder, you can tuck that arm back behind you. Thinking of just reaching that left hand just right up to the sky. So that if you had maybe a string in your top left hand, dropped it in front of you, it would be in front of your face, down towards the bottom. Beautifully done. Let's lift that back heel, step to runner's lunge again, and then plank pose. And we know what's coming here. So we roll onto one side until your opposite arm comes up. So we can stay here, drop our bottom knee, or take the top foot back into wild thing. Reach long, breathe, feel, listen, and honor. Shaking, forward back to our plank. Amazing job. Downward facing dog, exhale. Up, step or jump up between the hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, starting up into mountain. All right, so a little different than our regular practice. We're going to do a different pose today. We'll see once we get there. So you might want to block or your bolster at the top of your mat. We'll move into pigeon pose. We'll flex our right foot. Move so fast, so quick. Let's flex our right foot, bend that right knee, open it up and draw it across above the kneecap, slightly out to the side. Wonderful. Find our core, bring our hands to our heart, and start to bend our left knee and hinge our hips back into our pigeon pose. And this is where you can stay. If this feels good, stay right where you are. If you want to try something new today, we need to bend our left knee even more. To possibly tuck your right knee around the back of your arm. Essentially making a shelf eventually with the backs of our arms on our shin bone. We'll do this all month. And your hands walk forward, right up like that. You can rest, lift your back foot or not. or you can enjoy that delicious pigeon pose. Let's come on up. Try it on the other side. All right, shake it out a little bit. Ah, let's do that on the other side. We'll do crow too, just so we're love our crow. So now our left foot will flex, and we want to keep that foot flexed. So that protects our knee, and we start to hinge back. With the heart lifted up first. And if you want to explore a little more, you must bend your right knee more. Looking in front of us always. You start to walk your hands forward. Take your shin onto the back of your arms. Look forward. Lift your foot. Or not. Push it all the way back. And rise up. Great job. Let's go into our Garland or Malasana. Sink it down. If you're taking care of your hips, block is your best friend. Here you take a little seat on your block. Put our toes slightly out. And then remembering that the key is to look forward. If you look back, sometimes we fall. I don't want anyone to fall. All right, so we squeeze the knees onto the outsides of the arms. And that could be enough. You can stay right there today. Or we look forward. It's a bit of a cat back as we engage the core to lift up onto our toes. Look forward, maybe lift one toe or the other, and move into crow.
I've never done it. Putting my head on there.
Yes, girl, you did it. See, it's all about progress, not perfection. Isn't it liberating? And you always get that twitch and you're like on your rib cage. Dang it. Great job, everybody. Take a stretch. I remember the first time I did crow, and it was like, I think it was the end of my 200-hour training, like the very last one, like celebrating, yay, you did it. What's your favorite pose? I'm like, okay, I'll try. Okay, we have plenty of time. Oh yeah, we still have like 9 minutes left. So we did crow, we did that one. Let's move into a tabletop. So fingertips face towards our back side. I just got so excited about your crow now. Like, wait, we're good. Lift up. So if we are taking care today of our wrists in any fashion, hold it back onto your shoulder blades so that your wrists have no worry. If the wrists are maybe not feeling great, we'll move into a bridge pose. And just to make this a little more challenging for our power class, we reach one foot up. If that doesn't feel good, cross it across your knee instead, here or up. So this is a lot of work for your mid back and other side. So either cross or reach up. Also find it's a lot of work for inner thighs, even pelvic floor, to lift that leg up. Sweaty, and release. All right, let's move into our boat pose so that we can give our wrists a little rest. Tuck our thumbs in and do some rotations. Keeping our chest proud. And then the other way. If you want to work on straightening your legs, you can straighten one leg and then the other. Or straightening both. If you're comfortable doing that full hike, feel free. Make sure you can still breathe. Breathe, feel, listen. Let's bring our palms together, our forearms together, and do some wrist release work here as well. And then the other way, so that other handle. Start the push. Ooh, me. All right, grab hold of those knees, roll back. Draw the knees into chest. Take a nice rock side to side. I hope you're doing okay at home there, Debbie. Let me know later on if you want to, or in the chat. All right, legs up a wall, shoulder stand, or plow pose. So if you're feeling you want a little rest, more restful practice, legs up a wall. If you'd like to move up into shoulder stand, lift those hips. Bring your hands underneath your lower back. Draw the elbows together or towards each other at the back. reaching our feet right up towards the ceiling. And only if the neck is very healthy and in a good place today do you move into plow pose, placing those feet back behind your head. Take care of your neck in this position. You can always swallow, and we can always breathe. When you're ready, you'll all come just to legs up the wall, so the lower back on the mat, feet up, and also hands up. Giving our wrists some rest. Let's bend and flex our toes. I think it's getting pretty icy out there. I've been in here all morning, but I noticed some rain, so get our ankles ready. And now we'll extend our right foot long and reach our left hand long above our head. Like a little dead bug flow. And then back up with everything pointing to the ceiling. And then the opposite foot will go and we'll come up. Continue to flow on your own. You can bend your knees if you feel any discomfort in your lower back. Can't wait for Pilates on Saturday. You can see what kind of core stuff we're gonna do. It's gonna be fantastic.
I was gonna take it easy, but
Well,
after this.
well, the lunch, I want to say the lunch class is like the hardest class on the schedule for sure. Depends on who's there on Saturday. I think you're coming, Haley's?
Yeah. Yay.
All right.
I'm the hostess.
All right, let's go into a bridge pose now. Soles of the feet on the mat will lift up our spine up off the mat. If you feel that you would like some inner thigh engagement, you can actively bring them towards each other or put a block there and hold. Try to release a little bit of tension in the glutes. Open across the chest, make sure there's no weight in our head. You clasp your hands underneath your back if you'd like to, but of course, listen to your body. Slowly lowering our backside and our spine back down onto the earth. Let's rock our knees side to side. So you've got some space between your feet as you're moving side to side. Just releasing the tension in the back, massaging your glutes, your lumbar spine. If you would like to, you can drop those knees over to one side and keep them there. Opening across the chest with our palms facing towards the stars or the sun. Breathe. Softening our jaws. Remembering why we came, keeping our mind here, present. All the way over to the other side, the knees will go. Making any modifications or adjustments today to suit your body in this moment. Heading into our Shavasana, if there's any other poses that are a part of your regular practice and you want to add them on now would be the time to do at the end of class. Otherwise, we'll bring those knees back up to center. You can extend our legs long if you'd like to, or you can go into more of a constructive rest. The bolsters are nearby. Those are lovely underneath your knees for relaxation, especially if you're taking care of your back. Take your time getting in. We have about 3 minutes left. Start to feel the body release the weight down to the earth and feel the earth come up to support you today. Not only in your practice, but during your daily life, noticing the earth beneath your feet, the air within your lungs and on your skin. all of the gifts of nature. As a part of your day. Releasing tension in our foreheads, between our eyebrows. Noticing the weight of our eyelids as we relax our eyeballs in the sockets of our head. Relaxing and releasing tension in our jaws, finding some space between our teeth. If it feels good, we can let the tongue fall down from the roof of the mouth. Becoming fully present in an inhale as you feel it enter your nostrils, cool, fill your lungs, and slowly allow that air to come back up and out, noticing it's a little warmer on the way out. Enjoying another full breath with your entire attention. Continuing to breathe easy, full, as we allow our collarbones to relax, our shoulder blades to release down and anchor to the earth, our bellies, our mid-back, did a lot of work today, our lower back, our pelvis, our hips, letting go of the legs. Large and strong, powerful muscles of our upper legs, let them have a little break. A feeling of healing and relaxation moving and flowing into your knees. Moving down into your shin. As your shin relaxes and rests on your calf, rests on the bolster or the earth. Moving right down into our ankles. Any last bits of tension left in the legs, let it be released through the soles of your feet. One quote today. To know yourself as being underneath the thinker, the stillness underneath the mental noise, the love and joy underneath the page is freedom, salvation, and enlightenment. Take your time, wiggle your fingers, your toes. That quote was Eckhart Tolle, Practicing the Power of Now, in this lovely book I've got up here today. Moving our head side to side, let the neck know it's ready. So hold your head up again. You can stretch from your fingertips to your toes or move your knees sides to side. Any movement that is safe and feels good for you to roll onto one side until you're ready to make your way up to an easy seated position. Pull the legs out straight. Oh, that's a good word. I should have. We did that too on Monday, hey?
Well, I just have one shoulder.
Not loving you today?
Like every day.
Oh. Breathe in, reach up. Let's bring our hands back to our mid-back as we kind of are giving it a lot of love today. Our thumbs can be forward, and our hands can hold back onto our ribs. Take a breath in. Try to focus on breathing right down deep into the base of your lungs and then let it go. If it feels okay, we'll bring our hands to our heart, humble bow towards the earth.
Thank you. Namaste.
Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I'm so glad you came, and we'll see you on Friday and Saturday. Yay.
Forward to. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
If we start, like, I'm gonna start doing more.
Two.
More classes.
To other classes.
Well, just more would be better to give like if you do.
I do a monthly unlimited,
And
yes.
that's for everything.
That's for all the classes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can still get the Marconi discount
Yeah, I think I might.
on that one. That would be actually a great
For
deal.
the next one, because before it was just like a couple classes. Now you
Yeah.
can doubling it.
Basically.
Yeah.
Bye, Debbie.
Bye, it smells
Have a
great.
great day. Yeah, thanks.